Hey, good evening, everybody. How everybody doing? God bless you. God bless you. Man, this is it. We been talking up to this point, man, about that crab in the barrel attitude, or that crab in the barrel will, or that crab in the barrel destruction, baby. Ain't none of it's good. It's just not good. It was all the above: a crab in the barrel race, a crab in the barrel will, a crab in the barrel individual. You hold yourself back. That's what we talking about: holding yourself back, man. Holding yourself back. Someone holding you back. And you're a crab in the barrel, hold yourself back, you feel what I'm saying? You have to believe in yourself when no one else will believe in you feel me? And you got to bet on you, whatever color you are. Bet on black, green, blue, red, white, whatever. Bet on yourself, you feel what I'm saying? You have to do it. You have to invest in you feel me? Yeah, crab in the world, but it ain't all done intentionally all the time, that's a good note. It ain't always done intentionally. Yeah, but hopefully we're going to try to explain some of it, and I ain't going to get into a lot of details about the effect of it. I mean, as far as how it looks, we all done probably experienced it in one form or fashion. If you have not experienced it, then you probably heard a story, maybe a friend that told you how they maybe got held back or got skipped over or got whatever the case may be. I think we all been in that line, a time or two. You know what I'm saying? And it's the way it is, That's just, we talking about reality. And reality, man, we talking about the oracles of God. Now we talking about communication in this crab in a barrel situation. We don't use it from that analogy point, from the communication point of view. But that's where it's all at, man. It's up here in the head and it comes out to the tongue. That tongue is a wagger. That tongue is a wagger, man. It's so dangerous. That tongue got poison in it. Sometimes, if you don't know how to tame that tongue, you feel what I'm saying? But crab in a barrel effect. The oracles of God represent the pure, unfiltered truth. Divine direction delivered straight to humanity. That was the unfiltered truth, period. An unfiltered truth of God. Divine direction delivered straight to humanity. That's pure truth. If it ain't in that, if it ain't on that, whatever we got going, if it's not on that, that's just what it told you. And what will that truth do? The truth will set you free from rigid communication. It'll set you free from damaging communication. It'll set you free from set up communication. See, it'll set you free because you would become to know yourself. See? And then your motives and your attitudes will be changed. Things that used to impress you don't so easily impress you. Sometimes people try to use their character to impress you, but now if you done got it together and you sort of own it like you're working your craft, or you just kind of just knowing you and you're becoming who you are, which is more important than money, by the way. Learning to know you is more important than money. People will probably spend millions if they could really get to know who they are. The real you, who are you? Is someone inside you looking out? Man, I've been feeling strange myself, man. I've been listening to a lot of music. Seems like my hand style, my writing and my hand style is changing, I lost a lot of weight. I did have health reasons, but now I like food. But I was just getting to eat a lot of vegetables. I didn't really do it on purpose. It's just I guess you get older, you change, your taste buds. We talking about communication. We're going to get back on the crab and barrel. I'm just saying things just changing. I don't know if you're getting older, I like different music, it's odd. But anyway, that crab in a barrel situation. Man, that crab in a barrel. Now, what the devil did, because it was the first communication, I told you. I should say, we had a conversation about it that just somewhere down in those notes we load up that, that the devil he hurt God, man. He hurt God. I know how y'all feeling about that. Maybe I don't know. Maybe some of y'all understand it. Because how would you understand it unless you get in his shoes? And how can you get in his shoes? You got family too. We got family. Hey, how you doing? Free Israel. Free Israel. Oh, what's going on? Miss TR 609. All right, y'all. This is what we trying to talk about. We got to get the communication together, though. Everybody on different wavelengths. You can't get a straight frequency, you feel what I'm saying? Sometimes it has that crab in the barrel effect, And a lot of it is done intentionally. A lot of it is done because some people think they need the protection of it. We haven't got to the point where we can do straight through. Hey, y'all, I just had a point. I had a good idea. I was just thinking, let me say this before I go on and on. What if we all just get together? This would be the first time in history of the earth, of the planet. I know someone probably never even thought about it. Maybe they have. If all countries can just put their weapons down for about 5 or 10 minutes, this will be the first time in history there may be 10 minutes of peace. 10 minutes of peace, man. Since we are aware of it, maybe they was aware of it in another generation. We probably, as one people, then we can go back to all the other stuff later, but can we get an agreement for one time that the whole world, and y'all got the power with all this Wi-Fi stuff, we can do a lot of stuff, we can get this done. This is not far-fetched, it's not impossible to have one moment of peace for 10 minutes. Okay, 2 minutes of peace. And we can take 2 minutes, at least 30 seconds. 30 seconds of peace, we all come as one. Then we go back and pick up our indifferences if we so choose, because it's always a choice. This is a choice to do this. Think about it. It's kind of hard to you. Yeah, I know. Well, that was just a thought, man. It was a good thought, good. I ain't going to give up, though. I'm not going to give up, but I guess it's far-fetched, I don't know. Maybe you'll let me know through the votes, Maybe you'll let me know that it's possible that can be done. I know where's the supernatural believers at? I know it's plenty of my supernatural, baby. We work on supernatural power, not on carnal minded thought process. That's a communication. We still on communication. Crab in a barrel effect, baby. Crab in a barrel effect. The worst communication. No, I would say the devil tried to mess up that perfect communication, that perfect love communication. He tried to confuse that communication. That God said that he loved the world, that he gave his only forgotten. Now, man, if we just could park right there for about 200 years, we can just park. For God so loved the world, just to understand that, and to the depth we need to be in. We need to be there about 200 years to understand the depth of God's love. And may have to take a break and go back another 200 years. But we do know it's very deep. It's a very deep love. And when you read that, you should feel deep love. Now, he gave his only son for this relationship, communication again. The devil interrupted it. Is he trying to interrupt that too? Because sometimes the devil just wants to do a lot of friction in communication. Friction is confusion. No clarity, And people is right, it's wrong. Sometimes people is right, it's two left, wrong is two left shoes, but they still going to stand on and say they right. For however they view you, look at you, feel about you, you don't know nothing. And they can be wrong, it's two left shoes. But it's that pride of that others that just won't let them say no, they're not wrong. Let's be real about it, guys. Some of us been there. Prideful people, prideful. The lust of the flesh, the pride of life, what's the other one? The lust of the flesh, the pride of life. Flesh, life, pride, flesh, eyes. All the things are very dangerous in this communication, man. Crab in the barrel effect. We get to college and try to get out of college and you try to get get going in life. You got to get the people. That's cool. You got to know people. I think we all would do that. Hopefully got a lot of experience about what you're getting ready to do. Don't just get thrown in there. I wouldn't even want nobody to toss me in there and I didn't know nothing about the job just to get a job. I've just always been like that. I want to know something about the job, I appreciate it. Because I know I'll make another way. But God will make another way. You got to be true to yourself, That's another thing. That's communication. Communication to yourself. Communication to yourself. Okay, so all right. I'm getting ready to get something else. Okay, we got some more. We got some stuff coming in, baby. Got some stuff coming in. These are the teams. People all follow, baby. I'm going to say, hey, I got to hold up, man. You know how I do it. We can put this lesson. Y'all want to talk about this? We can put this lesson back to the burner, baby. Because it's pre-recorded. I like to give these fans. We talking about crab in the barrel effect, though. See, this is communication right here. Now, communication don't have to be perfect. It don't have to be where we understand one another. It don't. But what's good about a communication point is that someone listens. People listen. I'm going to tell you how people listen when I see people. I'm just talking about physically listen. Now, short and simple. Very short and simple. You can be having a conversation with people. Truest to this day, that's an undisputed fact. I bet 100,000 to 1 penny that most of y'all going to agree. And while you having that conversation, a person got that phone and they never look at your eyeballs. And that's what we call communication today. No eye contact, just looking at their phone. That phone like it's got eyes, or it's like they got beamed into each other's eyes, these phones, and it can't be broken. Man, you can say the house on fire. They gonna be running with their face in their phone trying to get out that house. They ain't, you know. I mean, that's communication. That's what it is. See, that's why I said we not listening. You know, some people just, I mean, they could listen though. I ain't saying that people can't listen while they doing that. This is a quick generation. But it seemed like there was a little courtesy there when people kind of interacted with one another. You know, the touch, the handshake. Now people seem so fearful and skittish and standoffish. This is another communication. Now I wonder where all that fear stuff comes. That seemed like something the devil might have put in the air. After the devil took his butt and, and tossed him out. Tossed his butt right out of heaven. For that first worst community, jealousy. And you know what? They had free will. Listen to what was going on. Let me tell you the story. The devil was talking. I mean, how was a third of our angels going with the devil out of heaven? What is the conversation going on in heaven? Where these guys at? God felt like, well, man, come on, talk to me now. Y'all been through this type of situation. You done heard somebody, or you done saw it on TV show. These kind of situations. Right here what I'm talking about. The devil going around whispering this and that about the creation. I think it's about the creation. He was jealous of God's perfect creation. Communication, baby. Communication, the most effective communication right now, and you guys know it, is vision and imagination. Everything is built on that. You got a prayer life, don't you? And we still making stuff and building stuff off of vision and imagination. That's why we got a patent and all that stuff. Creators, you know what I'm saying? That's the most powerful communication. But see, sometimes all these problems, because you need imagination. You need imagination, I would think, to have a little vision. I just like to sit back and I can just almost watch a movie, man. I done got so, God, I ask God for that gift, man. I just want to sit back, man. I get lost in line. Sometimes people, hey. Oh, I'm sorry. I was lost, man. I was picturing, something, man, like I don't know, one day I was watching, I think I was watching Noah do something. What was Noah doing? I can't remember what Noah was doing, but that's my imagination. Don't y'all got one? See, this is how you build your faith. You know what I'm saying? Well, no, don't let me put that in your mind. But it's communication, baby. Crab and a bird. This is a positive note. Now, here's the problem. The thing about when you start getting going and you try to do right, now you try to stand off from making decisions with your brothers and your group of it. Now you're trying to stand on your own too. Because most people make decisions just because the group made the decision. A lot of people got to learn to make decisions on their own. To learn to stand up for the truth. Some people see the wrongdoing. 10 people stand and see wrongdoing. And 8 of them want to move, but that one don't move, and all 8 ain't going to move. Because that one didn't move. But I think the other 8 would move. It's just something that won't let them. It's a group thing, I'm not like that, of course. Yeah, I'm not a fault. If I see something, it's got to be what it's got to be, because I got to move that way and see what's happening, especially somebody trying to get hurt, And I shouldn't do it either, Because sometimes Good Samaritan gets sued. You break somebody's ribs trying to save our life, and then you may mess around and God might sue you. So that's the kind of world, I don't know, But you still got to try, Don't ever let the devil try to take out kind acts of the world. Communication. I mean, how does he weaken the world? How does the devil? That's what we got to look at now. Why would you say the world is weak? Well, what would you say if I was to ask you? What would you say the state of the world's condition in today? I ain't saying it's all bad. Like I said one time before, me seem to be holding up pretty well. We ain't no wars. Some wars we had, and the communists didn't do so well during wars. I mean, certain parts of it did. Maybe the people that were making stuff for the wars, they probably did pretty well. But seems like everybody, maybe it's the shift in how everything is going with the new brick and mortar fading out, the new technology coming, all this is this perfect time to see how we stabilize it. I think we're pretty stable. Yeah, there's some jobs out there. I know it's pretty need jobs. But there's a lot of jobs out there for one I can see. It's pretty busy out there, So I know what they're saying. What you're saying, I'm able, and this is good. We're able to do a lot of things at one time now. We're able to keep this good over here while this over here is going bad. Well, now, you got to see the best silver lining in all of it. It ain't affected everything. He had a few little hits there on the gas price. Just shot up here. And that's going back down easy. I guess they're supposed to support or do the sanctions, whatever the case may do. But that's how we support them, by paying them high prices. And then let them go back down. That's our support as U.S. citizens. We had to pay a few extra bucks on that gas for whatever they trying to send a message, you know what I'm saying? That's communication. Communication, man. You got to understand communication ain't always with your mouth. Some people got communication with their gestures and their tones and not this and that. Like they scared. I'm scared of people just as they scared of me. Yeah, they scared of me when they jump. They doing this. I'm doing it too. What happened? We both doing it. What the heck? It ain't no simple handshake. Back in my day, it was like that, though. And I guess I'd take, I don't know, maybe somebody's don't, that devil does something disrupted this communication. Y'all comfortable, but you're not comfortable. I mean, free, baby, mean free. It mean free. It's like a bunny, I don't want to say bunny and Clyde, but I mean, it's free, it's adventurous. You ain't got to be doing all that jumping and squealing like you scared. You got a little spunk in you, don't you? Live life and enjoy it. You got to enjoy the fearful part of life just like you got to enjoy the other part of life. Fearful got to be enjoyed too. That's communication, baby. That crab in the barrel effect. You see what I'm saying? This is the good part. This is how I'm not talking about the crab in the barrel effect, what it does. Like I said, we're going to discuss that because we already don't know. What I'm discussing is how you get around it. You see what I'm saying? Did y'all catch that? That's what I'm discussing. That's why I'm giving this trying to get good positive stuff on the top of this world crab. I say that crab, that world, that little round part, that's like the world, and that pincher right there, man, that's like a stronghold, if you will. And the other part of the pincher is like an action. It's like a pinching situation, like antennas, chin. Who am I gonna hit next? What's the weak person next? Who's the weak one? Who know how to look past other people? Who know which one is not going to do what they need to do? And we can all be in that situation at any given point. Because I think sometimes, if we would look at it, people don't do a lot of perspective thinking. I do. Sometimes people may not be mad because of a situation and do this. Sometimes people may be tired. Sometimes people don't get enough to eat. You maybe got too early. You didn't feel too well. We always got to point the boom, 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 boom. Sometimes it's some physical reasons why people get irritated. It may spill over. It's communication now, baby. But what do y'all want to understand, from an overall point of view? We want to try to curbside stuff down. We don't want to keep putting more money into jail cells. We want to keep putting more money into society, into people that's going, jail cells don't run no society. People run society. It should not, if I'm a custom prices, the prices, the college, the jail cell, the investment should never be more than people getting educated and learning about what? It'd be a lifetime if we just started learning about one another. You need to open schools where people can start learning about another one. We can start learning about one another. That may help us. Because people got different races for different culture, different history. History did this, history did that. We here in 2026, a lot of soft, hard feeling, whatever, this, that, whatever. People don't want to have a conversation, this, that, whatever. I like that this and that can slide to the next subject, you know what I'm saying? Well, I'm thinking, hey, crab in the barrel effect. Crab in the barrel effect, man. Which way you want to go with this thing? These things got the pinchers on it, man. You cut them pinchers off. They ain't got the clip on you. It's going to grab on you and drag you in a hole. They get to pinch you. If they ain't dragging the hole, if they're not dragging the hole, you get irritated. They pinch you on. You won't walk around in life with these things pinching on you. You see what I'm saying? Walking around and pinching on you all the time. Belfast, a Muslim tried to cut. Hey, I've been already tired. Hey, we got to pray for the people in Belfast. Belfast, is that Germany? Belfast. Gabriel, 127. Hey, I'm sorry. I just don't cut off. I'll be right back. If I forget where I'm at, you always start with love. You see what I'm saying? But we talking about that crab in the barrel on the positive side, though. How to get around it. But I'm trying to read some of these things here. I don't like to interact with the people I follow, the people I walk with. We got to get on back. I'm sorry, guys. Yes. Kuron. See, I'm getting a little bold. I'm going to try these names. Kuron. Kuon, Tran, NGQ. Yes. Oh, man, I want to mess this up, man. I get to pushing the button. I mess up everything. Bro, it's already 226. Oh, bro, it's already 2026. Oh, I might say 2025. Man, I feel like I've been back 10,000 years, man. I feel like a new man for some reason. I don't know. Guy like to dance, man, this or that. I had some trauma, man, in life, and they say sometimes trauma do this and that to a person, man. I look some of this stuff up, man. They say people can actually conjure things up to try to make themselves. But then the Bible talk about manifestation. The world say this about I feel new inside, man. I don't know what's going on, man. I'm enjoying it, though. I think I'm trying to help people. I don't know, man, but it's just been kind of back and forth on even trying to do good. But that's a good example. God said people gonna always try to, rip. The devil got people out there. It's just a common thing. And that way we got to get tough like soldiers, like the Holy Spirit. So the supernatural, baby, I'm gonna call you out, baby. I know you got that get supernatural. It's beyond the world's belief, ain't it? And them gifts y'all got, don't hold them gifts back. Beyond the world's belief, they don't believe it. It's hard to believe. What kind of world's gonna be looking like? It said, will it be a world where a lot of people get? Is it possible that it can be a world where where people is in the same area with a lot of different personalities? Is that possible? It could be a possible world where it's a world full of strong men, a world where people full of beautiful women, a mixture of both. Man, what kind of world is this gonna be? What would your imagination let you be? What is the desires of your heart, baby? The Lord said He would give you the desire. That's communication, baby. That's on the positive. What is your desires of your heart for the future? And the future is what? Your afterlife too is included in the future. It ain't just, your future is right now and then clock 1 second tick. That's your future. And so your future continue on. You never pass, you see. You can dream now, man, and live with such a dream. But don't let this world and all this stuff clog your imagination up. Children got vivid imagination. It's communication, baby, communication. That crab in the barrel effect. Well, I ain't said much about it. You know what it is, though. Y'all know what? You don't have to wait on your back before. Friendships have been lost on that crab and barrel effect. Other things that happen on that crab and barrel effect. Hold back, lessons learned on it. Good things and bad things, Not fairness, feeling like things ain't right. Feel like you got treated, feel like you got the wrong end of the deal, That's what that crab barrel effect does. Feel like somebody stepped on you, there's a lot of things happen with it. Who said life was fair, baby? Didn't nobody promise you a fair life? I don't care what color you are. It's going to come back on in some kind of way. Ain't nobody promise you no better. I don't care if you do got money. Things, trauma, things, I ain't trying to be negative. We all are substance to that crab in the barrel situation. You think the devil care about you? Man, don't get it twisted, people. You understand? This is a spiritual war. The devil, they always say, he just like to keep a lot. Well, I mean, it's like, if they communication, baby. If they are living forever, I don't even know if they get bored or not. What is they doing? What's going on here? If people live forever, we still going on in the state and condition that we're in. What's going on here? I mean, I think one of us got the both to take care of the situation right away. What's happening? What's going on? In this conversation, this crab in the barrel, we look at it, but we look at the positive side. And now I have to look at free will when we start to look at this, and we look at it from that point of view. Are they waiting on something from us? We got free will. It's obvious that the devil don't have free will. He didn't have free will. He could have came up with a plan to betray his own family. And then they had enough free will to, a third of the angels got kicked out with the devil. That's a lot of free will going on. So evidently he don't want us to seem like there's something going on with something was, I don't know. It's something to think about, though. Because God can fix this right away. He says all things are possible. You see what I'm saying? What's going on? Stop saying, he said, stop saying that. Q said, well, we're going to we're going to get fired up now, baby. I like this. Come on, Q Ron, try NG say, he said, stop saying that. You better come back. Oh, yes. He said, yeah. I mean, I thought you were trying to come up with a little controversy. I like a little controversy or something. You better like to mix it up a little bit. You get a little this and that. You have a variety of opinions. Sometimes a variety of opinions is not always unity, baby. Sometimes you get a little comfy, you get a little juicy, get a little drama. People like drama. It's okay. I like drama too, as long as it's good, productive drama. You feel what I'm saying? The drama make you sit there and make you engage, baby. You be like, okay, let me get some popcorn. What's going to happen next? I'm watching the movie. You feel what I'm saying? That's good stuff, but it's always good to be angry about the right thing. That's the best drama, you know what I'm saying? And it's a good argument. And the best defense, man, and along with the communication of vision, and this may be the best one of all. The best communication in the world. I mean, it can be is listening. Man, if you can do that, man, I'll be practicing. Sometimes you think you hear things you really don't hear if you pay attention to your ears. And sometimes your eyes is listening by prejudging people, and they block your ears from really hearing. Because we preach, this is another communication. And see how you get to life like that, once you start doing that. Look at everything around your budget, this, that, things going on, and see if some of your emotion, you're still blocking your elevation from prospering in so many other ways. There's no other one way to prosper besides money. You can prosper with a nice attitude. You can prosper and be blessed with a nice personality along with your money. A nice down to earth person along with your money. A beautiful personality, a beautiful. You want all the gifts of God. It's communication, It's good stuff. I'm not saying nothing bad about this old crap, but I'm trying to stay away from it. I know y'all was expecting I tried to go the other way with it, because I said you already know about the stuff. Out of 8 billion people, you don't tell me you don't know about the crab in a barrel effect. I know you know about it. But it would be nice if we could all this for about 5 minutes. I said 2 minutes. Man, y'all think about that. Think about that. This is the situation we looking at. Kiro, I'm asking you, can we do 2 minutes? And y'all get this as a realization in your mind. I'm asking the world. That's a family that you got in a situation going on. Let's go to that point. And you want to ask some friends that's been friends for 20 and 30 years, or 40 years, and then you something wedge your relationship. And y'all probably don't know what's, man. I mean, I tell you what, man. I heard some people say, man, they just let that thing go. And man, after they did it, the two people that had that situation, man, they started hugging each other, man. That was the best feeling. Forgiveness, man, and letting go, man, that's like milk and honey, man. That's the best feeling you'll ever have in your life, man. I ain't talking about pretend, all that pretend. Because when you let go in genuine manner, and God knows you let it, not would he let you feel that you let it go, baby. Sometimes we think we let this stuff go, and you ain't let that stuff go. And it's good to express the way you got to express it to get out. But the bottom line, you have to let it. Communication, baby. I'm talking about some communication that's going to build us. That's this crab in the barrel effect, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, I ain't going to talk too much about it. I may throw a few little words in there if y'all want to hear a little bit about crab in the barrel effect. I ordered some videos up on it. I tried to say that way I didn't have to do too much discussion about that. We want to step on the positive side. We want to step over them crabs, And you got to watch it. They can raise them things up, man. You get some long pants on taping down to the center. Put some tape around. That's how these dudes keep them ticks and stuff off when you're in the farm field working, Tape you some tape, tape it up. And he'll bite that tape. We got to learn how to step around this stuff. You got to learn how to step around bull stuff, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it ain't such an entertaining bull crap. When you know you and this and that, you don't have to explain yourself to nobody. People going to do what they do, and we all going to be judged account. We all know what we did to get to where we got. You ain't got to be going saying what people did, this, did that, did this. I like that, this and that again. You just slide. Well, you know what I'm saying? Slide right through. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? People know what they did. That's one thing God going to let you do. Just like you would do a child. I think I've said this before. Most good parents going to bust their child butt, and they going to let them know why. So don't tell me before God judge you, he just going to confirm what you already know, what you did, what you're being judged for. And all it's good. I don't know what the outcome is. That's between you and God. I don't care what you did. It ain't none of my business. I got to worry about myself, you feel what I'm saying? But the point is, I'm talking about being right now while we live it. The Bible exclusively say that we also encourage, this is communication, lift each other up. And, I don't know. To me, I was thinking about today. I didn't want to say that. I said we are all right. And I got to thinking about it, man. It seemed like to me that, I got a comparison. I got a comparison. But it seems like to me from 60, that's about what I can go by. 68, maybe on up. I don't know, man. It seems like they was more stronger than God than we are today. I mean, you got preachers mean mugging. They look good inside the situation when they in church. You see them, they preach. They represent it. They go by you. I ain't saying they got to be a smiley. Preachers go through stuff too. We all go through stuff. That's the problem about the judging stuff. We want to judge, you got to know how to lay that word out to where everybody gets stirred up and everybody get a tap on that hand too sometimes. You see me? Everybody talking about they blessed, I highly flavor blessed. When the last time you told somebody you got that butt busted for being disobedient? We need to hear some of that too. I know we ain't all doing all this good stuff good. That's why we can go to our Papa and let him know. He chastises the one who loves. And you can't get chastised until you admit what you did. So there ain't a lot of denial going on out here. If you're doing good, that's fine. That's great. Well, what I'm trying to say is, let's try to, oh man, Man, we can just do that 2 minutes of this. Everybody, just, this is gonna be the first. This is worldwide YouTube, like you said. All this other channels. The message can get out one time. Now we could even say this 20 years ago, even if people want to do it. We would have not had the quick enough communication to communicate for everybody to step at one time because we didn't have the technology. We got the phones now. Everybody got their phone. Get hit one cell, baby. Block that Satan frequency out. Hit that one cell, baby. Block that Satan frequency out there, Bridget. And we all say we are unity, and for at least one time out of the generation, out of the earth, or the history of the world. I don't think anybody ever done it. Adam and Eve had it for a little while, but Amen had it for, well, forget about that. Maybe they did do it for a little while, but that's a different story. Maybe we can do it. Where your flavor at? That's what we got to ask ourselves. We don't, we can't start. This sometimes faith looks like, this is not for everybody. Most of what I say is not for everybody. It's thought-provoking information, but if you want to be honest with yourself, which God loves about people being honest, there's a few words kind of make you want to reflect on something in your life, well, so go ahead and indulge yourself. That'll be a good thing for you, you see what I'm saying? And remember, you can see things begin to peel off to you, and you ain't got to go by the messages come to any size, colors, it don't matter. Can you hear these words I'm telling you in your ears? To be loving and kind towards one another. Be encouraging. Can we have a 1 or 2 minutes? Can we get a vote on this, man? I'm really getting excited about this. Yeah, I can feel like, I'm only going to get a feeling that we can possibly, the whole world. Man, and that's another thing. Think about it. How many say that guy's crazy? That's impossible. See look how far your mind went to where you can't even believe it impossible no more. You just can't see it. It's terrible when you can't see it, man. I've been there. But you got almost over your eyes to the sky, and one lid up to the air, one lid to the ground. Your eyes wide open, you still can't see it. That's scary, though, man. That's scary to where you think you're limited in life. If you're limited in your belief, you're limited in your own life. And you probably look around you, and you probably see some limited stuff around your life. That's not being insulting. It's just being reality. Unfiltered truth. The oracles of God, baby. Unfiltered truth. Communication. You feel what I'm saying? We can do so much, but can we get that 1 minute of peace? Everybody, for this second, can we make the phone calls, everybody? Okay, y'all can line it up. Take your time. Go out to novice style and see. Just say, hey, man, for 1 minute, this guy on YouTube, he's saying this and that. I'm telling you guys to do this and do that. To get together, get y'all the leaders, lay all your weapons down. You still stay in the battle. I don't know what you're going to do. I wish you would just cut it off completely, but I'm asking for a couple of minutes. 2 minutes, baby. They say we all love God in one. Now, we go back to several, because belief is an individual thing anyway, you see. Belief is something it's your own personal belief. In other words, let me give you an example. You can believe a thing about something. You can believe that you can pick up 500 pounds. I look at you, I say, no, you can't do that. You say, yes, I can. That's your personal belief. So that can be back and forth. But if I come to you and you say your name is Jackie Smith, and I say your name is not Jackie Smith, you tell me it is, I tell you, you ain't arguing too long. You know that's your name. See, it's different than the belief and the knowing, you feel what I'm saying? Sometimes we got to know some things that we can do, people. I'll give some a lot of great examples, about different things. 2 children and a lot of children in a swimming pool. This is the love of God, This is what you gonna do. And they out there playing. It's an unfortunate situation that's happening. Your children first. The waves is coming. You can get your children. You can't. Your children look for it. Which children you gonna grab? You gonna get the one closest to you? Or you gonna swim past them and get your children? That's a difficult question, huh? That's why you got to know what you're gonna do before you do it. You got to know where your faith is in God. You got to believe. This is serious business, brother. This ain't no game about life. Life, God is breath is life. He's in the wind. We like whispers in the wind, baby. He's in the wind. What you think he's in? How you know he's in the wind? Let the wind start blowing and see what happens. Let the air start circling and see what happens. Now I know he's in the wind. Don't you know he's in the wind? Let the air stop going. Stop blowing, I'm sorry. Stop blowing. Your God in the wind. Yes, sir, every word. He would never leave. People talking about God coming. What you mean he coming? He been with you since you was a baby. He ain't never left me. I did things. But he never left me. He never left me. I had to call him. He was always right there with me. That's why I was. I'm sorry, I'm coming down. Okay. That's how I always believe, though. See, what you believe in, your belief sometimes become unknowing. And sometimes it's about you manifesting your own faith in whatever way you do it. We all are like got different variety of mindset. God made us all different. You think He did that on purpose or on accident? Now, ain't anybody got any common sense, religion? No, ain't everybody should not be the same way thinking. This, that. Same color car, same pants, same clothes, same food, same problems, same this. Everybody should not be the same. It would be what kind of life would that be? It'd be one if everybody was the same. Same TV shows. I mean, we talking about everybody being the same now. That's what we're talking about. You don't like different people that's different, so what we saying we want people to be the same. What kind of people do we want? You feel what I'm saying? You don't want people to be the same, do you want people to be the same? You know what I mean? What matter does it what you want to know? What God made is what He made. You feel what I'm saying? That's just what it is. The argument's with God. You know? And that'll be dealt with. We all get to talk about that. You know, time is just like a vapor, baby. It's just like you know, it's a vapor. It's gone. It's over. You know, but we enjoy the over. We enjoy the as long as we can. That could be like 80 years old. That's God, bro. He'll blow 80 years on you. You can live 80 years, man. That's that communication, bro. That's that. Cause you've been doing good. You've been doing that's that overflow blessing. You know, they say 7 years. That's over. When you've been doing good in life, man, He's gonna blow you 10 more years on you. And healthy and strong. Don't think God ain't gonna blow you something. You're gonna be weak with it. God gonna have you. That blessing. You think He gonna blow you something? Whatever state you gonna stay like that? He gonna open that mind. So when He blow that breath, what He said, the one that came back and thanked Him. That's communication now. He said, I'm gonna make you whole, because you turn around and you thank me. A lot of people keep on going, they don't thank you. And y'all agree with that. Y'all remember that. Life does not promise you a bed of roses. I don't care what your status is. You gotta have nylon skin, Teflon skin, and deal with facts. Get too much of this emotion stuff. I understand about emotion. That's cool. I had a lot of that emotions. You know, it fits where it needs to be fitted at, but it's mostly a factual thing. Sometimes chastisement is like it disagree with you. That Holy Spirit turn around and search you up and down inside and make sure your desires are right before it turn around and do that 180 and look back out into the world and say, let's go try to help somebody else. You got to help yourself first. That's communication, huh? Positive note. Y'all know about the crab and the bird. I went this way with it. I felt I was let to go that way with it, man. And I was thinking so much. I don't like to, I just didn't plan it. You know, I let God, He say He'll do it. You know, I did a little this and that on the Steve Church, this and that. You know, I wrote a little video. We ain't trying to be on here too long. It don't take long. I know you guys probably got the point already. But all I asked for about 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Be nice. You know, I don't ask for too much, you know. But at least 30 seconds, okay? At least 30 seconds, man. We can all just sit down, man. This will be something, this generation of Earth, I think, if I didn't count out of me, I don't know, but I just want to say we'll be the first out of all this violence and everything that, won't we be? And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe somebody else, another generation or another lifetime, if you will, another lifetimes or many lifetimes have done it before we have. Who knows? But I don't know if it's recorded or not, man, but that would be beautiful. That would be beautiful, man. We can all just come together. I know. But man, it may even do something. It may feel good to hold hands. Because we all willfully did it. Now, you can't make no progress when you have to grudgingly do something. You got to be in agreement, you know. Yeah, I like what this guy's saying. No, I don't like what he's saying. You know, whatever. The majority rules, you know. And I think a lot of us would want to have that feeling of, even if we didn't like each other, man, that all humanity connected one time. Look at it as a virtual holding your hands. Hit the light or do something. I don't know how y'all do it. And say we all is one. And how would we do it? What can we do? Hit the light, blink it twice, think of something. You know, I'm getting excited like we're going to do for real. I'll say, I want to believe that. That's my imagination, man. It's running away, man. I'm seeing it now, man. Lights going off, TV's talking, shows. Man, we talking, you know, about what? About because the guy said something about? No, because we are really one. That should be the big news. It wasn't about who did it. It's about the big news. Man, that would be a history. I'm getting off. I'm getting excited about that, man. Don't y'all plan your own day and plan your own moves? You know you can plan your own move. Don't let your day plan you. Along with your day, as you plan on Monday or Friday, I used to plan on Monday. You know, I got to start planning stuff with my wife because I've been working really hard and she's been getting really irritated. So, I got to start. I'm probably take 3. I'm really retired, but I can't sit still. But I'm have to go. I was thinking about, doing some visiting some different parks in Tennessee. That's communication. Doing something good, I think it'd be healthy for it. Go visit, take a little history, learn some things about it. There's 64 state parks around here in Tennessee. I hear, different state parks. And we'll make a little visit of it. We do it on Thursdays and Fridays. We go, so we do different variety of times. You got to try to make life fun, man. You ain't got to go out of town all the time. That's good when you go out of town, but there's a lot of things to do around here. We talking about living every day at home in here. And she know I like to go, and she like to go too. But she got to have a schedule. We might take a picnic basket or lunch or something. I don't know, man. We retired. We still learning and trying to figure out how all this stuff works, man. Sometimes you got to settle down with inside yourself. You've been going. But that's communication. Yeah, I went another way, guy. I didn't want to get too this and that with the situation going. I loaded up enough video to explain myself on what perspective. I was trying to communicate about the crab of the barrel that we can all get in each other's way. That's a nice way of saying it from time to time. When we're all trying to get here, we may trip over each other, over a clamp or two. You know what I'm saying? I had to step over a clamp or two from one another. That's the way it goes. You know what I'm saying? Man, let me read some of this stuff now, man. I'm about to wrap it up, guys. I just want to get on here and show you that. Hey, it's just something simple. I don't know what you're looking for. Like I said, I did say thoughtfully entertain you, thought provoke you, because I never promised to entertain you. There's a lot of that going on. We trying to go through the scripture. We trying to strengthen our souls and spirit. I'm serious. You got to be right. You got to be disciplined. I ain't saying you have to do it because you're led by God. You're saved by grace. But we don't use grace to continue to keep sinning. We got to learn. We got to be purged from a lot of things. Bye for now, guys. That was something I was thinking. I'm sorry I didn't get to interact much with my fans here. Should I say people that I like to say? I use my own words. We are walking together is better than followers to me. And we're gonna try to keep doing that thing, bro. It's ready. I love Melissa. Let's see about it. MISILL. It's me. 3140. I hate you. Okay, 676869. Kuro, brother, it's OL ready 2026. Okay. I just really like you're saying. You got, like I said, I don't know if there's mistakes. Y'all got new ways y'all right now. But we do need full paragraphs and at least a great sense to put a period at the end if you want to end the conversation. Or put that little comma if you want to stop it and start another. We can get it all in for you guys. Yes, Curio, Belfast, a Muslim tried to blah, 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 blank, on the streets the other day. We'll do it that way. Gabriel, 127. W9. Do you know a guy named Joe? Yeah, I know. I know a few. I know a lot of guys named Joe, man. I mean, that's a rhetorical kind of question. It's but I guess you have to put the last name on it. I know some Joe last names. I'll put it that way. All right, guys, y'all have a great night, man. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I'm just simple, we're trying to blog. Most of the video was there, guys. That positive side, though, baby. That positive side. And don't let that crowd grab you. Watch out for them lurking crowds in the shadows. They stay in the shadows, man. Sometimes they in the shadows. The shadows got pinch on them. Don't slip up. Don't slip. Do not slip. Keep your eyes open. Be watchful and be relaxed. That's the main. Don't be watchful, all feared. You can't live a life being, Be watchful, but be relaxed. Be relaxed in God while you're watchful. You understand what I'm saying? Bye for now, guys. God bless you.